Gets It with Michael Smith, presented by The Farmer's Dog.
All right, I want to go through some outside storylines and narratives from this season with you, okay? You beat Miami week 4. You guys are the team to beat. You lose to New England week 7. The sky is falling. OC change after week 10. Existential crisis crossroads after week 12 when y'all are 6-6. Now you beat Kansas City and Dallas, and you're playoff bound, and y'all the team that nobody wants to play. Am I forgetting anything?
Injuries. I'm a turnover machine. All of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're pretty spot on.
Yeah, you fit a whole career into one season. But what I'm wondering is, like, what is this journey to this point been like for you mentally and emotionally?
You know, it's not been the easiest of seasons, obviously, and we're sitting here in 8-6. We understand. We're very self-aware. We're a team that's got a lot of veteran leadership, so we understand the type of situation that we're in. And it's basically we're in the playoffs right now. You know, our backs are against the wall, and we gotta win. Really, our next few games to give ourselves a chance to get into the playoffs. And it's a very competitive year this year. At times, there's been games where we haven't played up to our standard, and you know we've messed around. We found out, and again, I think the best ball that we're going to play is still in front of us, and we're working hard as a team and just trying to be the best versions of ourselves.
I will get to that theme with you personally in a second, but backs against the wall, that position, what does that bring out of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, when you talk about this team, like we've been in a situation like this before. We were 7-6, I think, the 2021 year. Ended up rifling off the next 5 or 6 games that we played, and again, going into the playoffs, peaking at the right time. And I think that's kind of the name of the game in the NFL. It's not who's played the best all year, it's who's playing the best at the end of the year. And again, once you get yourselves into the playoffs, that's when you give yourselves a chance to win a Super Bowl. And you know, it's a saying, it's like you can't win the lottery unless you buy a ticket, right? And the playoffs is our ticket, and we're doing everything that we can to get there.
Just got to get to the dance.
That's right.
So I want to unpack the best version of yourself, if you don't mind. I want to go back to October, prior to the Bucs game, and you talked about operating at quote-unquote low positive, calm and clear-minded, a little less emotional. Now that we sit here in December, what kind of zone, mindset, or mental state are you operating at right now?
I don't think it's low positive anymore. I think it's a little bit on the, I wouldn't go as far as psychopath, but I think it's a little bit more emotion. It's a little crazier. I'm incorporating a little bit more energetic music before I go out, and just trying to get myself in the frame of, you know, I'm the man that I think I am, and I got to go out there and I got to play like that. So I'm just trying to do whatever I need to do to get to help this team win football games and be that guy for my teammates. And sometimes it's different versions. Sometimes it's, you know, hand the ball off to James Cook like it was last week, you know, 20-something times and let him do his thing. Sometimes it's putting my head down on a third down and getting a first down. Sometimes it's just finding the open check down, you know. So, again, just trying to be the best quarterback that I can be for this Buffalo Bills team.
So now I'm curious, what's on the playlist?
I've got Lupe Fiasco, Superstar, and I've been playing that at the end of sometimes my Elvis and Frank Sinatra, just to get in that frame of mind. I think it was Sugar Sean O'Malley that started playing. That was his walkout song for his championship fight. Yeah. And just the calm collectiveness that he had going out while listening to that song, but also the subtle reminder of, like, you know, it's here. Like, this is everything that you've dreamt of. So it's kind of an older song. Obviously, it's a little bit of a throwback. And then I got a little bit of Arctic Monkeys there. It's Do I Want to Know? Or Do You Want to Know? I think it's Do You Want to Know? It's one of the major songs in Peaky Blinders. So again, just kind of like that
on my
killer mindset. You got to watch it. It's
yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
So just that killer mindset of every time you step out on the field, like in between those white lines, I'm a different person.
So you referenced earlier that, you heard it, you're a turnover machine, but you listen to Superstar and you talk about getting that killer mindset. Like, are you reminding yourself of who you are? You know, and is it sometimes even you forget and you need to remember, hey, like, I'm that dude. I'm him, you know?
Yeah. I don't think I forget. I just think sometimes it's good to be reminded of that, right? And just trying to do whatever I can to put myself in the best space of mind every time I step on that field, because maybe at times throughout the year, you know, I wasn't. And you know, it may have, you know, hurt this team, and
Yeah.
I didn't play up to the standard that I hold myself up to. But again, I still think our best ball is out in front of us, and we've been working hard and communicating well. And obviously, Joe Brady's got us in a good spot right now in terms of what we're calling, how we're calling it, and how we're running it. And I think that's the main difference on the field, how we're executing it, and guys are buying in for each other, and it's a good feeling right now.
I'm going to come back to that in a moment, but the phrase Josh being Josh, I hear that a lot. What does that phrase mean to you? That idea?
Yeah, I think Josh being Josh is just the big kid that loves football, that goes around there, and sometimes it's not going to be pretty, but he's going to make plays. He's going to help this team win football games. And again, that's the only thing I've ever tried to do is just try to be myself. And I think that, to be the best leader that you can be, you have to be authentic. You have to be 100% who you are. And I think that throughout times, maybe I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, in terms of trying to lead a certain way and trying to be like, I'm not a very vocal guy. I don't like to tell people what to do. Like, I want to show people what to do. And I think that's how I lead. That's how I've done it throughout my entire life. I'm going to continue to do that.
Why did you think you need to do something different?
I think it's just the maturation process of, the next step of who I was going to be and what I needed to be for this team. And obviously trial and error. I think that's human nature, to figure out what's best and what's not best. And after kind of seeing some things, I just got to be me.
And so where are you in that process? Have you finished that process of discovery, if you will, or are you still a work in progress in that area?
I think we're always a work in progress, but I think right now I'm in a good spot of what I need to be.
We see the Robo QB, the guy that's been built in a lab, almost this Terminator. But what's clear is that emotion is a big part of your game. Your heart is a big part of your game, the heart that you play with and that you lead with. How would you say you're wired?
In terms of what?
Just what makes you tick.
What makes me tick? I'm just competitive. I'm as competitive as they come. We do this thing on the plane. We get our little stipend, and it's 5, a 10, and a 50. And I sit there and I go, heads or tails, Steph. And I let it drop, and it spins around. And he won all 3 today, and I'm still furious about it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I could have done to change anything.
It's a coin
He's calling
flip.
it's a coin flip.
Right.
But I'm still ticked off. That makes me super mad. I hate losing. It's the worst thing about this sport, second to injuries, obviously. But losing is it's no fun for anybody. It causes a bunch of different factors that go on, and it's like I said, it's no fun for anybody, and I can't stand it.
Yeah. So back when Ken Dorsey was let go, this would have been November, you said it was on your shoulders, that you took it personally. How? Like, how did you respond? Like, what have you done, so to speak? What have you done about it?
Yeah, I think just in, the way I was feeling was if I would have played better, if I could have led the team better, if I could have made more plays, obviously we wouldn't have had to make a drastic turn like that, right? Like, we wouldn't have had to do something like that, and that's why I took it so hard, because he was in the quarterback room with me for 3 or 4 years before that, and again, it's not so much of what they're calling us, how we're executing it.
Yeah.
If I could have been more, maybe we wouldn't have had to do something like that. So that's why I took it so personally. But at the end of the day, everything's meant to happen for a reason, and a lot to learn from that situation. I think everybody on our offense has learned, and we're growing as a team, and we're still, like I said, getting better.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard this or not. You had fewer than 100 passing yards in a game that you started and finished for the first time since your rookie year, last Sunday against Dallas. James Cook had a game unlike any that any running back has had in your time in Buffalo. And everybody loved your line about feeling like the kid that got an A in a group project but didn't do anything. Is that weird for you, or is that something you can get used to?
If you tell me we can do that the next 7 games and win a Super Bowl, I will sign wherever you need me to sign right now. I don't care how we get it done.
Yeah.
I just want to get it done. And it was so awesome to see guys on our team get recognition, especially our offensive line, who have been playing at an outstanding level throughout the entire year. And now it's starting to get noticed. But again, I think it's just the thing of we're going to get it done. We got to, backs against the wall. We've got a lot of veteran leadership here. Like, it doesn't matter how we do it. We're going to do it. And we're going to ride the backs of everybody on our team. It's going to take all 11 guys on the field at every given time. It's going to take every practice squad guy in practice, giving us the right looks and allowing us to go out there and practice hard. And takes the whole organization to get something that we're trying to do done.
Given what you do week to week, you're allowed.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So wait, but I want to stick with that theme though. We're in class, a little report card theme if you don't mind. What grade would you give Josh Allen for his play this season?
C+.
C+?
Yeah.
Why? You're a hard grader.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here at 8-6, right? If maybe we're sitting in a better spot, again, there's still time to improve and time to grow. Maybe at the end of the season, we talk again in February. I might have a different grade, but sitting here right now, knowing that I feel like I could have been doing more.
Okay.
But I think the communication, the work ethic that we have right now is at an all-time high since I've been here, and it feels pretty dang good.
So it's a hard C+. Okay. Because I was going to say, are you grading? Is it still group project grade mentality? And this is like you say, hey, we're 8-6, so it's a C+, or can you separate that from your own play this year?
I would consider that my own play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know stats are going to probably speak a different picture.
Yeah.
And statistically, it's maybe one of the better years I've had since I've been in the league. But
you just saw the league record for games with a pass and a rushing touchdown.
But
in the same
we're
game.
still 8-6.
Okay, fair enough. I like your style, consistent approach there. Let's get more specific though. What's your grade in leadership?
Grade in leadership. Again, I think I've learned a lot about myself this year. I'd give myself maybe a B.
Okay.
B+.
All right.
Still some things I feel like I could do more, and I could have approached a few different situations different ways. But
yeah, anything in particular that jumps out?
Nothing in particular. Just as long as I feel like I'm being the same guy every single day, as consistent as possible. Because again, I think the authenticity of who you are as a man speaks a lot about your character, and I feel like I can look myself in the eye and feel like I've done that all year. But I think there's a lot of stuff that happens during a year, and sometimes you're not sure who to turn to, who to talk to when these things happen, and maybe I try to take things on myself too much. And it's a good therapy session. I've never done therapy, but it's pretty much, I feel like this is what it is.
You haven't?
Uh.
I haven't either. And not that I have a stigma attached to it. I'm just a procrastinator, which I'm going to fix tomorrow.
Yep,
let's both do it.
Okay.
I mean, not together, obviously, but let's both.
Of course.
Yeah, in general. I'm going to get you out with this. Here's your extra credit assignment. Just to get that grade up, all right, and put you to work. You have an essay on the 2023 Buffalo Bills. Title and thesis.
Whoa. Title would be that's a good question. I haven't been asked a question like this in a while.
Yeah, take your time.
Stumping me. Let's go.
You gave me the inspiration with the grade thing. Just got my wheels turning. I loved it. Because I was the guy that did all the work for the group project. So I was like, I know that guy.
I'm a big meme lord. Like I love memes, right?
Okay, all right.
And there's a video, and it's a football player, and he's saying they had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I think that might be the title.
Okay.
And the thesis would be more so subjugated around how backs against the wall, everybody's counting us out, and somehow we prevailed.
It sounds like it's incomplete.
It is. Got some more time.
A little more of a story to write.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. This was fun.
Get It with Michael Smith, presented by The Farmer's Dog.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.